Hi, my name is Jody McNamer. I'm a private real estate coach and trainer, and for the last 3 decades, I've had the opportunity of working with many of the top real estate agents and teams in the nation. And I've created a series specifically for mortgage originators, loan officers, whatever you happen to may call yourself, because I understand what it takes to be able to communicate with a real estate agent, especially from a mortgage lending perspective. Now, at the end of the day, as an LO, you're looking to develop relationships with agents so that you can originate mortgages by working with their buyers. Quite frankly, you and everybody else. So what allows you to be able to distinguish yourself from another? Well, by the way, it's not the programs you offer, it's not the rates, it's not VA, it's not any of those things. It's simply how you can help that agent build their business. So you can develop all the flyers that you want that have all these acronyms on it, VA, USDA, blah, 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 right? Meaningless, because quite frankly, everybody else has it too. And the other thing is that real estate agents are oftentimes confused by all those things. You're the expert, not them. And by the way, you really shouldn't be taking any time trying to train them to be an expert other than how to help them work with their clients, being able to educate them just enough about the programs so that they can actually have a conversation with their buyers that's intelligent. One that says, hey, you know what? You may want to talk to my lender because I believe he has these types of programs. But they don't have to be an expert on those programs. They also need to be educated on criteria as well. So how do you do this education? Well, you don't call them and say, hey, I'm going to educate you. One of the opportunities would be to actually create that via video. Video is fantastic because what happens is you can start creating a video library, and all you have to do, just like this, is to go create some content for yourself. The information that you have actually is very valuable, but you want the agents to be able to consume that on their time. It's just very, very important. So what you do is you just start with creating content, creating videos. Maybe they are about the programs, but really think about it in terms of how they can use that information to build their business. So maybe it's a first-time home buyer program. Now, with that being said, they're bond loans, so maybe you don't want to go out after those because of the margins that are involved. Many loan officers will lead with that because they believe that that's the common ground with a real estate agent, and they'll go out and teach classes together. And I'm not saying that that's a bad technique, but there could be other ways that you can add value to that real estate agent. So perhaps you get very good at generating high quality buyer and seller leads. Maybe you use social media. Maybe you use YouTube or video or Google pay-per-click, and you develop a way, work with your marketing department, learn how to do it yourself, of generating leads, because I guarantee you that there's no better attractant than calling a real estate agent and saying, hey, you know what, once in a while I run across a decent buyer or listing, and would you be interested in receiving a call if I do? There's not going to be an agent alive that's not going to say, yes, absolutely. Then you can say, perfect. You know what? Tell me a little bit about your business and how I might be able to help you. Notice it's just a very, very easy lead in to that. So be thinking about how can you then create those leads. But very important, though, is that you can only work with agents that actually do good business, right? That are actually closing transactions. And this is a huge area that I see LOs making mistakes. They just go out and, wow, they've got real estate agent in their title, and therefore they're whining and dining and having conversations with them. They can be a complete waste of time because, by the way, over 95% of the real estate agents most likely are going to be a waste of time. Now, I don't mean that against real estate agents, but the reality of it is that, it's a very small number of real estate agents that are doing the vast majority of real estate transactions. So you have to have access to intelligence then as well that tells you what agents are actually transacting that volume. Now, those relationships that they have with their lenders, let's just say it's the top 1, 2, or 3%, those agents are pretty ingrained. They may be difficult to call, and actually get that business. But there's this whole world right in the middle of agents that really aren't these top agents, but they clearly aren't the agents that aren't doing any business. That's the sweet spot. So the sweet spot is you want to talk with those agents that are maybe closing 6, 8, 12 transactions a year. And actually 12 is kind of the magic number. You want to be able to create that list and have those conversations. And again, it is a conversation about how can I help you build your business? And it starts out with, hey, once in a while, I'll run across a buyer or a seller lead, somebody that's interested in listing their house. If I run across one of those, would you be interested in receiving that phone call? The answer is always going to be yes. And it says, perfect. Tell me a little bit about your business and how I can help you grow that. It's just a natural conversation. So use that. Go out, practice it, give some agents a call, and you'll absolutely find that it'll be an invaluable tool that you can use in order to develop and maintain relationships with your real estate agent partners.